I'm Tyler.
I'm Shorty.
I'm Ava.
And welcome
to the Inner Idiot.
This podcast contains graphic language, violence, and other things that you probably should not let your children listen to. Please enjoy.
And we're recording. Hoopty swoopty bitches, get out your beds, knuckleheads. It's time for the Inner Idiot. Put your ugly kids to bed. Set the deuce loose. This is the show where we're like ugly strippers in the corner shooting Fruit Loops out our buttholes to get tips. Let's shoot them Fruit Loops. Let me introduce my lovely co-host, the Lord that's never bored, the commander of the comic books. He's shaking his head at me right now. 2 claps and Ric Flair for Lord Shorty Hoffman. Woo!
I'm so confused. Who sits in the corner of strip clubs and shoots Fruit Loops out their butthole?
The ugly
The stripper.
strippers. They're ugly. they gotta get their tips somehow.
They gotta act crazy because they're not getting it for their looks.
Huh.
So they shoot Fruit Loops out.
I mean,
Gotta
whatever.
make it work somehow.
I'm your toucan now.
Oh, is that right? Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm the toucan now.
And now our other wonderful co-host.
She's cuddly. She's
right.
ready. Look at her all cuddled up.
Yeah, she's all wrapped up in a Snuggie. She used to have red hair, but she cared, so she dyed that shit.
She's got a little bit of red on the top.
It's on the top.
Well, there it is. The delightful.
She's a literal carrot top.
Yeah. Or what the fuck factor. Miss Ava B, 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo!
I'm sorry if
I'm
the
not
carrot...
speaking to you for the rest of the day.
Oh,
Was it the Carrot
Ava.
Top thing?
I'm done with that one.
Oh, Jesus.
So from now on, all remarks for Ava have to go through me, and I'll direct them, and then we'll just...
Ava, I love you.
Ava, Shorty loves you.
Tell Shorty that I said I'll think about it.
Shorty, Ava said she'll think about it. This is going to make for an interesting show.
This is going to be annoying.
All right, let's get into today's top 5. Oh, if you're stranded on a desert island, you can take 5 things with you.
Oh, wow. I forgot about this list.
What are you taking? Are either one of you ready for this one?
I'm semi-ready. I thought about it at work today.
I didn't think about it at all.
All right, well, Ava, you want to start us off?
Sure.
All right, what you got?
Number 1 would be obviously like a knife or some shit.
Okay, or some shit that makes that knife extra gangster.
Right? So are we doing funny stuff or like actual survival stuff?
What are you taking? It don't matter.
I could go 2 routes.
All right, you go whichever route you want. Do.
Okay, I'd probably bring like some sort of like DVD player of sorts and just like
Okay.
A fucking like a TV and a Roku.
Were you
No,
gonna
wait.
power? Were you gonna power?
that's
up
what
your
I said.
DVD
That's why I
player
said
with?
some kind of DVD player. Well, some of them are like battery charged, and I would just bring like a lifetime supply of batteries.
So that's 2 things, right? 3 things right there.
That's fine.
You wasted it on some goddamn batteries.
No, that's not wasteful.
All right.
Not if I'm using them.
All right.
And those batteries can be used for other things that she wants to bring.
That was the other route I was thinking.
There you go. There you go.
You gotta have entertainment. We're stuck on a fucking island. Who knows what the fuck's on that island?
True.
Might be an indigenous people. Who knows?
Oh my goodness.
I lost my train of thought.
You were at like number 3, number 4.
Oh yeah, a tent.
A tent. Okay.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's
I
a
don't-
good pick. Good pick. I feel like we're on Family Feud right now. Good pick, Ava. Good pick.
Yeah.
Top
Time to
answer.
get tent.
Oh, and the last one for sure is like a big industrial sized can of bug spray because I do not fuck with mosquitoes. I hate mosquitoes.
Oh, I bet. You're fair skinned too.
Oh, they flock. They flock to me, and I don't know
Well, it's like
why.
seeing one of those neon lights. You know what I'm saying?
I got this awful bug bite this last couple days.
Yeah, I remember last time you were here, you had that.
It's horrible.
I can't. I'm just waiting for it to really set in midsummer. I'm just gonna stay indoors.
It's a good thing cicadas don't bite.
Oh,
Word.
dude, I'm.
Let me tell you what, these little...
I've only seen like 3.
What?
Yeah.
They're everywhere
Yeah.
at Chris's house. They were like attacking us when we were walking out. They were flying everywhere.
Well, here's the thing. The ones that I've seen flying fly like fucking Forrest Gump. And I'm not talking about fucking Alabama playing college football Forrest Gump. I'm talking about Forrest Gump in goddamn leg braces stumbling all over the place. You tell these bitches been in the ground for all these years. They just come up here flying around like they're goddamn drunk.
Hell yeah.
It's horrible. All right, well, you got 5 things?
Sure. I guess number one would be a flint knife.
What's a flint knife?
It's a knife with a flint stick in it.
Oh, okay.
Easier to start fires with.
It's like a 2-for-1 special.
I know. It's cool they make them that way. The next one, because you know me, I'm gonna be completely serious.
Mine's halfway serious this time.
Yeah, rope, at least 100 feet of it.
That's a lot of rope.
You'd be surprised how much you need rope.
Fuck, we're stuck on a desert island. You better have extra rope because I might hang myself.
Jesus Christ, that's brutal
Yeah.
and unnecessary. Let's see. I would bring at least one person I hate.
To hang with the rope?
No, just so I can kill him.
Oh. The
That's
rope.
what the
I have
knife part of
I have a disagreement. Yeah, that's what the knife's for. I have a disagreement with hanging. Let's see. Oh God, nah, I wouldn't bring anybody I hate. I wouldn't waste a spot on that. Let's see. Probably a tarp of some kind. I'm not necessarily. I don't need a tent. Fuck them. And I don't have a problem with mosquitoes, so I could give a shit less. Like mosquitoes don't bother me because they don't fucking eat me.
Consider yourself lucky.
I know. Well, I'm not. Again, I'm not a neon light. They don't fucking attract to that shit.
I look like I have some kind of like allergic reaction. All through summer, because there's got bumps everywhere. I look like I have cysts all over me.
Jesus.
Just bug bites, I swear.
Let's see. Oh God, one of those water purify sticks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's a
like a
good
fucking
idea.
straw. You can just sit there and suck the shit out of the fucking ocean.
It's a good idea.
That's exactly right. Let's see. Fuck. Other than that, I really don't know because I don't fucking need anything else. I guess I could waste the other 2 slots. Let's see. A satellite smartphone and a solar charger for it.
Oh, there you go. The solar charger.
Just so I can read my comic books.
Do those exist?
Solar chargers?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never seen one.
Yeah, they exist. A lot of people have them for camping.
Now I feel like I gotta redo my whole goddamn list because it involved not having technology.
Stupid.
Fuck it, I'm still rolling with it.
Right, like I was bringing batteries and shit. I always had a whole spot on batteries.
Yeah.
I mean,
I fucking brought a solar charger. We'd all been good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're all three gonna go together, I mean, like we need to really fucking hash this out because if we're all three gonna get stuck on a stranded island, we're gonna figure this shit out.
Right. Well, I got 5 things I'm bringing for us. I'm bringing snake mace first and foremost. Number
Snake
5.
mace?
Snake mace. It's a goddamn thing, and if we're on an island, there's
Is it
some
really?
snakes. Yes. Fuck some snakes. We all know how I feel about that.
I was just looking through my gallery and my
Oh,
phone.
yeah.
I was gonna ask if you wanted to see it, but
No,
never
I don't.
mind.
I don't want to see your snake.
Fine, don't look at it.
I don't
then.
want to see your random snake that some dude sent you either.
Yeah, I don't. I didn't want to see it either.
It's a one-eyed snake.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's get it together, fellas. Quit sending your willy to people. All right, number 4. Dude, so I just watched the Invincible fucking series, right?
Brutal.
Dude, it was so good. But I saw a picture of what the Invincible book actually looks like and how much they actually covered. It's like 1/100th of it.
Yeah.
I want to take the entire Invincible collection with me so I have some reading material on the island.
Sure. That's why I take a smartphone and a solar charger. That way I can just read comic books. I'm not going to try to communicate with the outside world. I just want comic books.
I didn't think about a solar charger. That's why I didn't take a phone. Because the battery's going to die. All right, number 3 is an extra pair of shoes. Because, look, man, I ain't trying to walk around this motherfucker barefoot. And I'm going to wear a hole in my shoes in, like, the first couple days. If I make it past the first couple days. Because it's a deserted island. Let's just be frank. I'm not made for the wilderness. All right, number 2 is a machete. Just in case the fucking snake mace fails. And number 1 is the Boy Scouts of America handbook.
That's a good one. That's honestly a very good idea.
look, them motherfuckers, if I have any chance of survival, it's the goddamn Boy Scouts. I wasn't a Boy Scout, but it's never too late to learn.
You're gonna be really fucked when all the pages get really worn out, except for the part where it says how to sell popcorn.
Oh, that would suck.
No.
I have an honorable mention, and it's a stack of Playboys, because obviously I might have to jerk off like it's the goddamn Crusade.
Man, I got everything covered with this fucking smartphone and solar charger.
I know. I don't. Half my list is null and void because of your fucking smartphone.
Fucking Playboys. That's funny.
You know, you gotta get it in when you can. All right. Now, for your new favorite part of the show.
My least favorite fucking part of the show.
Now, listen, people. I cut this list down so my mic wouldn't get turned off.
Ava was like, "What are you talking
Yeah,
about?"
I was like,
It's the shout
I don't
outs.
remember what.
We're gonna start with Instagram, and then we'll take a break. And before we do what the fuck facts, I'll do the Twitter shout outs.
Well, I told this asshole the other day because I seen it on Instagram. He was like, "Hey, who wants a shout out?" I was like, "Yes, motherfucker." I was like, "Listen, asshole."
All
I was
right.
like, "I'll mute your fucking mic if you go over fucking 20."
I'm not over 20 today.
Good.
All right. Instagram shout outs. Popcorn Persuasion from Houston. Give her a follow. Charlie Smith from the UK. Dude, he's kind of got a Nirvana feel to him. He makes music. He's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Bo and Big Jim from the Bay Area. Two dudes and a cup of booze from Utah.
That almost went bad.
I know that could have been real bad. And Confessions and Ramblings of a Functioning Psychotic from the Dirty Jersey.
Dirty Jersey.
Dirty Jersey. I've never heard it called that before, and I absolutely love it. I'm here for it. Love it. That's the Instagram shout-outs for the day.
For the day.
For the day.
Good.
You got anything? Either one of you got anything to add before we go to our first
Fuck
little break?
no.
No?
I'm glad you didn't go fucking 50 of these pieces of shit. No offense. No offense to the people that want shout outs, but like, come on, man. I got work to be at.
Work to be at. All right, hit the button then. Oh,
All right.
Ava, you got here?
No.
No shout-outs? Tell your moms and them hi? No? Okay, hit the button.
What? No, I didn't.
Hey, Ty, if you wanted to make a podcast, how would you do it?
Spotify Podcasters app, of course. Or hell, even the website.
Do they have any way you can edit audio and help with organizing your episodes?
All that and more. You can reach out to listeners and have feedback with their Q&A feature, and it distributes it to all other major places you listen to podcasts.
I just looked, and they got a video podcast set up and editing tools here, too.
So all you got to do is sign up at SpotifyForPodcasters.com or get the app, and you're done.
Damn, it's just that easy.
Fly away, little butterfly, fly away. We're back. I was really hoping.
Did you know? Did you know I was recording?
No, I figured it was coming. And I saw the fucking squiggly lines picking me up. I was like, yep, that's me. We're back. And we're going to get to some what the fuck facts. But first, let me get these Twitter shout outs out. Don't worry, there's not 20 of them. Shorty, don't worry. Just take a sip of your monster. We'll be okay. All right, so we got Butler Coupon Sales from Manchester. Josh G from South Carolina. Nikki and John from Chicago. Parker from the Ethereal. By the way, Shorty, your episode, part 1 of your episode with Parker and the Modern Proposal drops today. So y'all make sure you're checking that out. Vivi and Eric from Shaken Not Scared. Liz from Alabama. Sabrina from Iowa.
Ooh.
And Adam from Wilmington, North Carolina. And then last but not least, sorry, I went Mike Tyson on you there. Bob and Giovanni from Italy.
Giovanni.
I love that name, Giovanni.
Me too, dude.
Even shortened, it's cool, Gio.
Gio?
Yeah,
I've never heard it shortened.
Really?
Yeah, it's new to me.
So the Bengals used to have a player, Giovanni Bernard, and everybody called him Gio.
I did the fucking sports.
Yeah, right, sports.
Yeah. That's the one shaped like a lemon, right?
Yes, kind of.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
But yes, I understand.
I mean, it's like oblong and shit. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
All right.
Foosball.
It's
How about some what the fuck facts?
okay. So the dot over the I, like the lowercase I, is called a tittle.
Yep.
You know that? Okay.
First episode.
Really?
Is that right?
Yep.
I was about to say,
It was
like,
the
I feel
first
like I've
episode.
heard this
Yeah,
before.
you were nodding, and I was like, "Yep, it's already been done."
It's all right. I mean, it could be called much worse, but tittle, like I like tittle.
It sounds cute.
It does. It
it
sounds
lo- it-
cute, and I want to pinch it.
You're stupid.
Come here, let me see your tittle eye.
It's illegal to sell your eyeballs in Texas.
But you can sell them in other states. How much you think an eyeball goes for, Ava?
Oh God, I don't know.
I once
It
heard of,
depends on where you're trying to sell it, I guess.
And to whom?
Right.
to somebody without fucking eyeballs, obviously.
Well, I don't know if eye transplants are a thing.
I'm sure. You can sell your testicle for like $75,000. I'm sure that's like
No, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. I've already tried to look into that.
Oh, because I don't need mine anymore. I mean, you don't need your testicles to get an erection, so.
Right. And that was my whole thing. Like, somebody was like, oh, you can get $35,000 for selling your testicles. And I'm like, ha ha ha. Guess how I'm making fucking $70,000. I'll sell both them bitches and not give a fuck.
What body part would you be willing to give up for some money, Ava?
Probably like a toe or like a finger.
Just toe? That's as far as you're going?
Well, I wear closed-toed shoes all the time. Well, what else am I gonna sell? My tit? Like,
Oh, no, don't do that.
yeah,
No,
like
that
nobody
would suck.
wants that.
Or butt
Well,
cheek.
people want your titties. I'm just saying. You know what I'm
They
saying?
want 'em
No,
attached.
that's
Like,
what
so-
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They want them on a person.
Yeah.
They don't
Right,
want,
right.
Here's
A tit.
like
Here's a
slap.
Here's
Oh,
a tittle.
Dude, I'd sell a lot of shit. I'd sell a toe, a finger, a testicle, like maybe part of my fleshy fun bridge. Who knows? I'd sell a lot of shit. Like, you just slice a little piece off that. You skim my tattoos off, sell them bitches. I don't care. I'd sell my fucking left nostril. I mean, I'd look pretty weird with one nostril. And you think I'd sound like that, like all the time?
No.
No, because it's not squeezed, so air could still get through. Yeah,
Right.
okay. I talked myself right out of that one. All right. What's the next one?
The electric chair was invented by a dentist.
Yeah.
That was like episode 4.
No, well, I mean, I
my
knew that
God.
before that episode.
It's all right.
But hey,
We're
we
having
have
a-
we
having
have
a
new
bad
listeners.
day.
We have new listeners all the time. It's so good.
Right,
Keep
okay.
going.
They all need to learn something.
Elephants are the only animal that can't jump.
That was like episode 15.
We talked about that too.
Yep.
Wait.
I remember that one. So, like,
Done. Done.
no, don't be done.
What's funny is I have what the fuck facts too.
Here's the thing. If an elephant can't jump, how the fuck did Dumbo fly? Like
He flew, you
With
idiot,
his
not
ears.
jumped.
yeah, but, like, don't you got to get a running and jump start to fly?
They can run.
You can get a running start. You don't have to jump though.
I
Yeah.
feel like if I
Planes don't
Yeah,
jump,
so airplanes
stupid.
don't-
Ah, yeah, touche. I'm just getting talked out of everything today. Well, shit.
Remember, we are the inner, you're the idiot.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna try another one.
Okay, let's hear it.
Australia is wider than the moon.
Wider?
Yes.
Oh, that's dope. Well, I did not know
Yeah,
that
we didn't
one.
know that one. We didn't cover that.
Woo.
It was like 1
Finally.
point. 1 point. Got it.
I mean, all right. In your defense, Ava, like, there's been a lot of episodes. We're closing in on 50 now.
Yeah.
And if we did, I mean, there's been a few episodes where we didn't do any what the fuck facts.
Mhm.
Sorry if that makes its way over there. But there's some episodes where we did upwards of 15 facts an episode, especially in the beginning when these segments weren't running too long before we just really started, like, our rapport with each other built and our fucking segments just started getting too long.
Yep. We had to build up our chemistry, if you will.
Perfect the sauce. So don't look at me like that. Like, you give me all kinds of funny looks today.
I'm so good. Today's been a day.
It has been a day. All right, you got facts? Who's got facts?
Ava, you're up, babe. This is your segment, not mine. I mean, I have a few that I found at random, and I was like, this is funny.
Well, do yours then.
No, after you,
Good.
babe.
No.
Ladies
Go ahead.
first, I
Go ahead.
insist.
I already did like 3 or 4. I'm good.
All right, fine. Pollen is essentially plant sperm. Therefore, this makes hay fever an STD. Since no one voluntarily takes in pollen, it is concluded that we are all being raped by trees.
I love it.
My favorite part of that is the fact that it's worded that way.
Someone's gonna file a lawsuit against the
Fucking,
Earth
yeah.
at some point.
Goddamn
I'm
vegans.
surprised it hasn't been done yet. I bet if we look into it deep enough, there's been somebody that's at least tried to file a lawsuit against the planet.
I walked outside and they just attacked me.
Gave me an STD and shit.
Did you see these leaves falling all over the place? They're trying to come at me. Oh my
I
god.
was defenseless.
What else you got, Shorty?
The average boner uses about 2 tablespoons of blood to become erect, and about the same amount of blood is in a gerbil.
Now, see, I thought I heard that right. Because at first I was like, hold on, the average motor? I was like, no, he said the average boner.
Boner.
2 tablespoons of blood?
Yep, 2 tablespoons of blood to become erect.
Why did they have to inject the... Also, that's how much blood's in a gerbil. Like...
To give us context.
Yeah, we needed to know how much blood that is. Other than the precise measurement of 2 tablespoons, we needed to understand more. Well, how much is 2 tablespoons? About a gerbil. Oh, okay.
I mean, but I'd like to think, God, see, now I'm thinking, like, what's bigger, my boner or a gerbil? Like, what's bigger, a guinea pig or a gerbil?
A guinea pig is bigger.
Okay, so how big's a gerbil?
Like, that big.
All right, my
And then
boner's
it's got
bigger
a
than a
tail.
gerbil.
Like that long, about a tail.
All right, my boner's about as big as a gerbil with a long tail. So that's what we're going with. But that's how I feel like there's more room in that than in a gerbil.
There's muscle. There, like, I mean, we are not all blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fucking gerbils.
Semen ejaculates at 27 miles per hour, making it illegal to shoot in school zones.
I can't touch this one. I can't.
We're all thinking the same thing, so it's just...
Oh,
Catholic
God.
priest.
Oh, my goodness. The average person farts enough in 24 hours to fill a standard child's balloon.
Now, see, I'm feeling a lot more than one balloon, guys.
I mean, yeah, probably you. You know what I'm saying?
I filled a balloon just on the way over here. That's a lot of flatulence.
That's a lot of farting.
Ava, let me ask you something. So we've had this conversation before. Do you think when somebody farts that there is a value, like, does that smell, is there only so much of that smell? Like, can you actually sniff it all up so somebody else can't smell it?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I feel in theory you can.
I don't think so, because it just kind of, like, combines with the air. I feel like there's like, too much of it at some point.
So if I farted into, like, a vacuum hose, do you think any of the smell would get out?
Well, the vacuum has an exhaust on it, therefore it would. Now, if it was it was like a vacuum sealer where like that air was being pumped directly into like a sealed bag or something like that, then I could see that working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
Like-
been, like, scientifically proven that you actually can, like...
Bottle of fart.
Yeah,
You
you
can
can,
bottle
like,
a fart.
seal it and shit, and it'll be perfectly intact for years.
Really? That long?
Oh, yeah, until you open it again.
Oh, you just gave me my next science.
Apparently, if you fart like in a canister and then freeze it, it makes the smell worse.
Ew.
Yes.
So
I wonder
gross.
how it works.
I don't know, but this is all conjecture. Like what the fuck fact that's unproven yet? Somebody go out and figure this out and let us know. Post it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let us the fuck know. Like, if you fucking, like, you know what, I'm gonna try this. Bottle of fart, stick it in the freezer. And before, like, just, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, this one smells about a 7. You know what I'm saying? And then open that motherfucker up a week later, it's, 20. Like, that's what I need to know.
I'm going to try this. Reva's going to hate it, but I'm going to try it.
Good.
Boy, this episode went off the rails quick.
Yeah.
I got more.
Let's hear it.
The inside of your cheek is made of the same tissue as the inside of a vagina. Yes, it may have something to do with the popularity of blowjobs.
Yeah, I was just about to say I know that one.
You did?
That's pretty neat, though.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why cause like I've like asked like my previous boyfriend like you know just like what does it feel like? Cause I'm curious, and you
Sure.
just like stick your finger in your mouth. That's what it feels like.
Huh.
So.
Now I'm like licking the inside of my cheeks, like,
Pussy.
Practice.
Practice. Oh, let's see. There's urea in the eye boogers. Urea, I guess, is the
Urea.
Urea. In the eye boogers you develop while sleeping. This basically means you pee from your eyes when you sleep. Yep.
That's urea.
Urea.
You reckon.
You
pee from your eyes. That's kind of crazy.
Yep.
Speaking of, never mind. That has nothing to do with it. I digress. Somehow that made me think of snakes, but I'm done with snakes. Fuck snakes.
I was gonna say, I mean, you can still say it, but if you're done.
Yeah, I'm done.
That's fine.
Snakes have gotten enough of my goddamn attention, and I don't know why peeing from your eyes made me think of them. God damn, this episode's really fucked up. I am sorry, listeners. Look, today you just get all the fucking brain spaghetti.
No, yeah, this episode just feels like very sporadic.
It is very sporadic. I feel like it's because we're in a hurry.
Yeah, it does feel a little
Yeah,
bit-
I'm already late for work, you fucking pieces of shit.
It's my fault.
It's okay. It's alright. I fucking forgive you.
Sorry.
Look, if this is your first experience with the Inner Idiot, please come back. Or please try a previous episode. They're
This
not
is
all
not-
like this.
This is not one to start on.
No.
Why? This is a good content.
Yeah, it is good content. I mean, everything we do is good content. We're interesting motherfuckers. I don't know why I felt so angry when I said that.
You got a lot
You
of
got
eye, you got a
offended.
lot of eye shit going on because I can't see your fucking mouth. The way the fucking mic and screen is covering your shit, like you got a lot of eye shit going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe I was giving you the fuck you
I
up.
can't tell if you want to fuck me or fight me. Either way, I'm erect.
That's right. So is that it for today? Are we done?
I mean, that's it for the fucking what the fucks.
You got a pool?
Oh God, no! The current series isn't over yet. I'm waiting on it.
All right, I'll talk about something halfway comic book related, and I sent you a message about this.
Do you want to fucking like pause and we'll come back in a minute?
Yeah, we can do that. Hit the button.
All right.
Do you love podcasts? Of course you do. That's why you're here. But you know what's even better than listening to a podcast? Making your own. That's right, and Anchor makes it simple. I'm your favorite host, MC Tyler Havlin, and I'm telling you, go download the Anchor app today, Anchor FM. They have all the tools you need to get started today. And best part is, it's totally free. They push it out to all the major platforms like Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. So get started today, people. Go download the app, Anchor FM. I'll wait. Do it now. And we're back, and it's kind of a little variation on Shorty's pool, because it ain't an actual pool today. But, so between Invincible and Jupiter's Legacy on Netflix, like I want to start checking out the...
Invincible's on Amazon.
Yeah, but we've talked about that one before.
Yeah.
But Jupiter's Legacy, so like I kind of want to start checking on things that aren't Marvel and DC, the two big boys of the fucking comic book world, because Invincible was dope. I already told you I'm taking the whole Invincible collection with me to the deserted island. And the idea from the deserted island actually came from Jupiter's Legacy.
Okay.
So like I fucking burnt through this whole series in 2 nights.
Hell yeah.
Shorty, I'm really disappointed that you haven't watched this yet. So, because it's got this one really interesting thing to it. They live by this code, these heroes do, and that's they never kill. No matter what the situation, they never kill. One of the heroes kills somebody in the first episode to defend his father.
Okay.
And that is basically how the whole fucking first season goes, is them discussing this code. What do you think about that?
Okay, so there's 2 points. There's two different variations. Okay, so like Batman doesn't kill because he feels like everybody has the ability to become rehabilitated. Everybody has a way to, like, everybody can change their ways. Like when he, when Batman fights, Scarecrow or Mr. Freeze or anything like that, yeah, those guys kill people, but he feels as if, like, he isn't doing his true heroic duty unless he saves them, like, as individuals. Yeah, he's trying to save everybody else. And, of course, like, you always see the process of, like, these guys are getting out of prison and causing more havoc and stuff like that, but Batman truly feels that anybody can be rehabilitated. Superman doesn't actively kill anybody. Now, don't get me wrong. There's also the question of, like, collateral damage and all that other shit because he's breaking buildings and all that shit. However, Wonder Woman has killed and will kill. She does not. She uses the power and authority that she's been given to basically pull down judgment, and she uses her lasso of truth or whatever for that. She'll, like, wrap somebody up in her lasso and, like, command them to speak the truth or whatever. And, like, if they say, like, I'll never change and this, that, and the other, she's like, all right, fine, fuck you. Off with their fucking head. She don't give a shit. So, I mean, I guess, like, if you're going to be the path of a hero, as far as, like, in the public's eye, be a hero, you would have to make the distinction of you are not judge, jury, and executioner. Now, if you're going to be out of the limelight and stuff, I guess it wouldn't matter. Like the public won't actively, because no matter what, if you're a hero, nobody's going to publicly, like, support you unless, like, you're the middleman, basically. I'm here to save the world, but we still go through the jury system and shit like that, the judicial system. So, I don't know. I don't see, as far as, if I were a hero, I doubt I would have the restraint not to kill. If I had the almighty power, you know what I'm saying? If I had the power of Superman, Flash, Green Lantern, and all that shit, I doubt I would have the ability not to kill. Now, would I be able to maintain that and keep the mental fortitude to hold on to that? Like, oh, I'm just a killer now? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I have that mental fortitude to hold on to that.
What about you, Ava? If you were a hero, would you go with a no-kill code at all times? No matter what the circumstance?
I feel like I would do it, like, as a last resort type thing, like, if I really, really had to. Because, I mean, I don't really like violence to begin with.
Right. Here's my thoughts on it. And I know this is kind of a bad example in today's climate, but, like, cops have the authority, military has the authority, under certain circumstances they are allowed.
Yeah.
As a civilian, you are allowed at a certain point in the realm of self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, to go by a completely no-kill code, if me killing somebody is going to save lives, then I'm all for it. All for it.
Well, I think, I don't know, man, because again, that's the tricky dynamic, Like, can that person be saved if you put them behind bars and all that shit? And that's trust in the judicial system. You know what I'm saying? And, like, you have, the only paradox to me the only comparison that comes to mind is Batman versus, Batman and then Red Hood. Red Hood understands that these villains aren't changing and something needs to be done. Therefore, he'll do it himself. He'll kill the motherfuckers. Red Hood don't give a shit.
Right. And
Batman is like, no, we are not gods. We cannot choose whether these people live or die. We are not the end all be all authority. And so it's hard telling. Like, Jason Todd understands that these villains are going to kill again or whatever. Therefore by killing them you'll save more lives in the end. Like, why not just kill Joker? He's just going to kill hundreds of thousands later. So, and Batman's like, well, maybe we can save his ass. And I mean, you're absolutely right. Like, there's a time, but, like, the fact that the judicial system has had Joker in their confinement several times and they haven't fucking pressed the button, says something about them. So,
good point. All right, well, I think that is all we got today. Eva, you got anything to add?
I do not.
You're not going to talk anymore about Jupiter's Legacy?
No, I just basically wanted to touch on the code because I don't want to. It's hard for me to talk about it and not spoil it.
Fair.
And to me, it was really good. Some people said it was kind of slow, and throughout the whole show, it bounces from present day to when these people acquired their powers, and that's kind of the slow part because the entire first season is the build up to how they got them. But it's also running parallel with, present day form. So I feel like that's why people think it's so slow. But to me, as a jumping off point, as a starting point, I think it is excellent.
Sure.
And it's made me want to go out and check out Jupiter's Legacy, which I believe is Image Comics.
Yeah, I think so.
But, yep.
That's one of my favorite things about, like, a lot of these newer, like, or I guess underdogs in the comic industry is seeing a lot of these guys get their time in the light and stuff like that. Because I've only heard of Jupiter's Legacy. I've only ever heard of Invincible.
I'd never heard of either until the shows.
Like Walking Dead. Oh God, what's the other one? Umbrella Academy is another one. Lucifer. Hell, even Green Arrow to some extent. A lot of these heroes and stuff like that. Now Green Arrow is DC, of course, and honestly, so is Lucifer. Well, fucking Sabrina. Fucking, what's the other one? God damn. Riverdale. Those are based on the Archie comics.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Like, it's cool to see these small comic book names get their time in the light to shine and get a bigger cult following or bigger following in general. That way they can have a little bit more fighting power in the grand scheme of things. Because, I mean, like, DC, like, when you go to the comic book store on a Wednesday when comic books come out, like, you have this fucking 6-foot by 12-foot wall of every issue that just came out that Wednesday. And I mean, 90% of it is DC and Marvel.
Right.
And then this last 10% is Image, Dark Horse, Valiant or Variant, or Valiant.
It's
whatever.
Valiant.
Valiant. And then, whatever other fucking Boom Studios and shit like that. That little 10% is divided up between 8 other fucking publishing companies. And that's kind of sad when you think about it in the long scope of things. Because there needs to be more diversity when it comes to comic books and comes to big storytelling and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong, like, I am obviously a huge hitter for the fucking DC heads. So, I mean, I will, and mainly because that's what I grew up with and that's what I love. But I have read Image stories that fucking, like, oh my God, I love this. I have every bit of 100 Spawn comics sitting in my fucking bedroom right now. And because Spawn's the shit. I have bought other things. Fucking, what is... IDW is fucking the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line, where they come from, IDW. And all these other ones. And then they even have newer comic books coming out for, like, Critical Role, the D&D big podcast / whatever. Like, they actually play a continual campaign on podcasts or whatever. And they have their own comic book now based on their adventures and shit like that, which is really cool. I don't remember who does their publishing. I can't remember if it's Image or IDW or fuck, it might even be Boom. Who knows? But, like, a lot, or even I think it might be Dark Horse now that I think about it. I think they have.
I've never heard of Boom.
And you know what? Actually, Wizards of the Coast is actually starting their own comic book publishing thing. Like,
they really should. They have so much content.
Well, I mean, they just came out. Oh, it's Boom Studios. Is who they got. Fucking... This is Magic the Gathering. So, like, Boom Studios has their own, or has a Magic the Gathering line, which I imagine is who's going to handle the Critical Role shit, because they're sponsored directly through fucking
Wizards
of the Coast and shit. So, I mean, like, seeing those guys all get a little bit of power, like, it is awesome seeing Invincible get its time in the limelight because of this Amazon show, and like everybody's watching it now because it is really fucking good content.
It really is.
And I never read it because it wasn't something that immediately sparked my interest, because I remembered a couple, like, I don't know, probably about 5 or 6 years ago on fucking Free Comic Book Day, and I picked it up and I read it and I was just whatever, not my cup of tea. But I felt the same. Like, I honestly hated Walking Dead. When that book first came out, I was like, this fucking sucks. I'm like, this is garbage. Why would anybody want this? And people ate it up, and it became a TV show. And now I wish I would have bought issue 1 because I could sell that motherfucker for $500.
Right.
And oh well. But
then you don't have to sell Testicle. You just sell your first issue, Walking Dead.
Yeah. But no, I'm excited to see all these other smaller companies get their time in the light, like really fucking push the echelon, and really just bring comic books into the mainstream. Like, because I mean, I've said before, like I've spent years like hiding behind, a fucking wall that people will never understand because I'm the fucking giant ass nerd that nobody wants to fucking like. Oh, comic books are for kids or they're, lame and shit like that. And then all of a sudden I become an adult and everybody's into it and shit like that. And then I've ran into people who are like, oh yeah, I've always been into that. Oh
no,
yeah?
You haven't.
I was like, bullshit.
I knew you in school.
Exactly right. And I'm like, they're like, oh, I've been collecting comic books for years. I'm like, yeah? What comic book did you first buy? Oh, I can't remember. Really? I can. I was fucking 6. Like, I'll tell you exactly what comic book I picked up off the brand new goddamn shelf. Like, this is what I'm buying. And I would sit there and talk to people and shit like that, and they're like, wow, you know a lot about this stuff. Yeah, because I've been engrossed in this shit for 20 fucking years. It's what I've been doing ever since I was able to fucking read.
Right.
That's how I actually started to read, was
and you
comic
still
books.
barely read, but you
I know.
can read good enough.
I can read good enough to read my books.
All right, well, that is all we got.
That's
today,
all it.
Because we all have to run today.
So in the meantime,
In the betweens time.
Remember, whatever doesn't kill you, just didn't try hard enough. Cue the music. We out.